Okay, let's complicate this a little bit. Let's create a dashboard for each teacher, a doc for an individual doc for each teacher that should have only the data that's relevant to that teacher. So that is what row-level securities are, row-level security rules are for. Let's start by giving each teacher the secret only they will know. So secret is gonna be, well, for Paul it's gonna be ASD, for Eric it's gonna be QWERTY, and for Daniel it's gonna be, I don't know, 1, 2, 3. Now we have to get these secrets. So what do we need to get into these user-specific docs? We need to have the payments info and we need to have the classes info. So we need to somehow get these secrets to the classes and to the payments docs. So let's enable these columns here. Let's call it teachers token. Let's include the column here. Let's sync in here and here. And for some reason it didn't yet go through, so we may need to wait for a little bit. Oh, there it goes. Just a little bit messed up. Teachers token, and well, this is also, oh, it has the old name, so it probably will break. Need to fix that. Yeah. Okay, we can use this teachers token as our read rule. So let's create a out ADB classes, out classes for teacher dashboards. And here's the fun thing. We have this column here. Okay, in the classes we don't have it yet, but let's include the teacher's token to the classes table. And here's the teacher's token in the classes table. And instead of renaming it to the rules column, we can actually map this column to be our rules column. So read is teacher's token. And this will be used as our read column for whoever is importing this view. Let's create a new doc. And since we are going to import multiple tables into this doc, it could be a good idea to make a table like something like sync tables pro constants and have the handle and save the secret somewhere, either in an input or in a table, and then just use it in the formulas, have it set in a centralized way instead of copying it over all the views. So especially if you're building a template. So it's ASD, right? Let's sync in the classes. And before syncing anything, let's already manually selected view classes for teachers dashboard and use the formula stp constants dot secret to use the secret that's in a centralized manner is set here. We start the sync. And there, Paul only sees rows by Paul. And imagine we copy this doc and we give it to Eric. So Eric's token is query. We replace the secret and we refresh the sync. And now it only loads the Eric's rows. So if there were 3, 4, 5 rows in this table, it would load only those rows that have this secret set as the token. And it's not exposed anywhere. You have to know it to load the rows with that token. So yeah, set it to something that cannot be guessed. And just because we can, 1, 2, 3, this now becomes a dashboard for Daniel. So this is how row level security works. Of course, we then finish setting up the dashboard. The best practice is to create a sample teacher so that no data gets leaked. When you copy the doc and change the secret, you have something leaked in your doc history. So you create a sample teacher, some sample data for that sample teacher, set up your template doc, then make copies of it. And in each copy of the doc, you only then set the secret, and then each person can load their data from one centralized view. So see how we didn't have to create 3 views for 3 people. We just created a column. Actually, the column was there already. We designated it as the column with our read rules. So anyone with these tokens can read, whoever has a token can read rows that name that token. And this is the this is the security rules for you, the row level security rules for you. Later, when this pack supports adding and deleting and editing rows, there's going to be columns and rules for that as well. Another interesting thing that you can do with row level security is that you can have these rules, you can have asterisk, which means allow all tokens that start with ASD and have whatever in the end. And the same you can do when you prepend an asterisk to the rest of your token, which means you can have a secret something like teacher 1, 2, 3. This will still work, but then on some other table, no, didn't work. That is unfortunate, but it should. Maybe it didn't get all the, oh yeah, it did. The snapshot had the previous value and the ampersand was in the end. So yeah, this works. And this can be flexible enough so that some tables you set the rule read for everyone whose token starts with teacher. And then on more personal ones, read all rules, read all rows where the token ends with that personal token. So you can create systems like share this view of students with everyone who's a teacher, who has the token that starts with teacher, but share the specific teacher's data only with the token that ends with that 1, 2, 3 secret value. So this is how you can work with row level security.